Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm KJ. Today is hopefully the first video in a new series that I'm hoping to presumably do through spring and maybe early summer called Harney Sundays. So it's kind of a play on words, Harney and Sons Day. And I'm just hoping to use Sundays as a way to kind of spotlight my Harney and Sons collection, but also do a whole bunch of reviews for teas that I haven't tried. Or haven't had recently. So today I thought it would be best to kind of just look over my Harney and Sons collection to date. And then, you know, you guys can tell me in the comments what you'd like to see first or what you're hoping to get a review on. And we'll try to get the ball rolling on that. So let's get started. So I keep my tea downstairs in the kitchen, but I brought it all up for this video. And it was all able to fit in my favorite Trader Joe's, like, reusable bag. So the bag's full. And it's all Harney and Sons 10s. I don't really have bags of Harney and Sons tea that I know of. And if I do, they're, like, small samples. So this is pretty much the bulk of the collection that we'll go through today. I will probably edit this video to sort of process through the sorting because I want to give you guys a succinct, you know, description of the types of tea that I have. So I will sort through that and then we'll get started. Okay, so we're all sorted. And, you know, just taking a look at this little cute selection. I would say my David's tea collection is probably 4 times as big, but that's just overwhelming. So I've sorted them into, four sections, and we'll just kind of go over it. So the first is small tins of tea that I bought on my own. So the first one is, and I think this is the most recent, the Bee's Knees tea. So this is a white tea, and it has some gin elements and lemon and honey flavors and juniper berries. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my god, I really want to try it. Plus, like, I don't know, guys, the label gets me every time. So I got this a while ago, and I've smelled it and opened it, but I have yet to try it. Yeah, I've yet to try it, and it smells like gin, which is like, oh, okay. So looking forward to that one. Then I have this tin of Indigo Punch, which I haven't even opened. Again, the label is what got me, but also it's an herbal tea that has butterfly pea flower, so it turns blue. But it's apple, rose hips, lemon peel, lemongrass, and some honey flavor. So it's supposed to be like a fruity kind of thing. And I was also hoping to do a review about this sometime. Up next is the small tin of strawberry kiwi, which is an herbal tea. Again, unopened. And it's an herbal fruit tea. And then the last two that I have, I got a long time ago, maybe at least 3 years maybe. And these are black teas that I use to make my own chai. So I was trying to, like, you know, do this chai thing and like make my own blend and see how it went. So I bought this organic Assam. That's what I mixed the syllables there. And then this Ceylon and Pico. Or Ceylon in India, Orange Pico. So I mixed the two of these to kind of get like a, I don't know, a good base for a chai. And I think it turned out. And actually looking at these teas, I think I'm missing one because I feel like one of them was definitely like a fuller leaf black tea. So I don't know if I finished it or if I just misplaced it, but it's not here. So whatever. Okay, moving on to larger tins. And these are just like the regular square shape as well. I feel like I should know like what they're called. But this shape of tin has a name, and it's on their website. It's grouped together like it is here. So the first one I have is the first one I got. Pretty sure my first Harney and Sons tea, probably from like Target or the grocery store. Hot Cinnamon Sunset. So this is like a safe one too. Super warming. It's black tea, cinnamon, a few different kinds of cinnamon, and maybe a few different kinds of black teas. Yeah, Chinese black teas. And it's just really good. Doesn't require sweetener. Cool as a latte, but actually like really satisfying plain hot. So there's 20 sachets in here, and I haven't picked this up in a long time. But again, it's kind of like a staple for Harney and Sons, so working on it. The next 10 that I got of that size and shape is this Earl of Harlem, and it's Mbessa, which is the Marcus Samuelsson partnership tea brand. So I think Marcus Samuelsson had like three or so teas with Harney and Sons, and this one is kind of like a smoky Earl Grey. Really the description says smoky black tea with bergamot, but it's a smoky Earl Grey. And surprisingly, it doesn't have any, or it doesn't specifically say like Lapsang Souchong. So when you smell it, it kind of has that fragrance, but definitely not as strong and not off-putting at all. So I'm not sure how they achieve the smoke, but it's there. And the ingredients, weirdly enough, are just black tea and jasmine teas and natural flavors. So I keep this because you guys know Earl Grey is my favorite tea, so I like always having Earl Greys on hand, but I have a lot, so it's becoming a less valid excuse. And then the last tea of that size and shape 10 that I still haven't tried. And I think Danny over at Teas by Danny has tried it, and I was supposed to do a review for it long ago. But it's Golden Milk Glimmer. So turmeric, ginger, coconut, and spices. And from what I hear, I think this tea is a powder. I'm really obsessed with like golden milk lattes and a good turmeric that's sweetened naturally. So I was really excited about this. This one has organic turmeric, ginger and coconut pieces, black pepper, and chicory root. Chicory root is last, but it's also kind of like a sweeter thing. So really excited about that. Okay, so the next style of tea tens is the Historic Royal Palaces shape and collection. And I couldn't tell you really the backstory because I feel like each tea doesn't necessarily come with the same like regal context, but we'll go over it. So the first tea in the Historic Royal Palaces 10 that I have is Victorian London Fog, which is basically an Earl Grey. It's black tea with bergamot, but it also has the addition of vanilla and lavender. And I really like this one a lot. I don't reach for it nearly enough. And even though Earl Grey is my favorite tea, I don't reach for Earl Grey nearly enough. So, there might be some changes along with that too, but thanks for reminding me, pal. The next tea in a similar fashion is Tower of London Blend. This is also a black tea with bergamot, and then what makes this different is dried fruit flavors. So I think it has like some honey in it, and then stone fruit. And I could have sworn there was, no, that's a different one, but so I like this one less than Victorian London Fog, and I feel like that's the opposite opinion of like the general public. I don't know, there's like an after smell that I'm just like, maybe it's the fruits, but I'm not used to Earl Grey with like fruit that's not citrus, right? So I don't know, but I still like it in this 10. I mean, like all these 10s have been gorgeous so far. So the next one is this Valentine's Day tea and 10. It's also a black tea with chocolate, I'm sure. Yeah, chocolate flavor, vanilla flavor, rose petals, and natural flavoring. But when I just opened it just now, for some reason, it smelled slightly of raisins. I don't know. I feel like this is probably best as a latte. I have been meaning to review this tea for the last 2 or 3 years around Valentine's Day, and I never get to it. So maybe I'll keep trying. Maybe I'll just film a review and save it for Valentine's Day, but I really like to look current, you know? So that's one. And again, it's like not my favorite, but the tin is gorgeous. And there's no, I feel like this is the way that this tea comes, like in a package of sachets. I don't think it's offered in like the sample size. Okay, next up is the Lunar New Year tea from this year, 2021, which is the Year of the Ox. So this one was apparently the same tea as it was maybe the last 1 or 2 years. So 2020 and maybe 2019. This one is a black tea with toasted rice, coconut pieces, sesame seeds, coconut flavor, and some caramel flavor, which is like the interesting thing there. At the beginning of the year, I was like on a roll to try to really like finish this throughout the year. And I was like, okay, there's 30 sachets in here. I just have to drink like 2.5 a month or whatever the calculation was. But I've definitely slowed down on the caffeine there. Second to last is my second favorite tea from Harney & Sons, and in this collection and overall, it's the Gingerbread Festival tea. I have done a review on this tea. It's up there somewhere. So good. I thought about this tea the other day because I was thinking about ginger snaps. And I was like, dude, I could really use a latte. So I think I'm going to make a latte. This one is a black tea with ginger, cinnamon, and molasses. And the molasses just perfect. And again, like the tin, gorgeous. Jeez. And then lastly of the historic Royal Palace's tea is the Royal Palace tea. So this one, this imagery is like teal along the top, and there's some gold, I don't really know how to describe it, but it's kind of like a wreath, but it's not plants. Like it's gold ornamentation. Is ornamentation a word? I don't know. But this is my favorite Harney & Sons tea of all time. So I think in addition to the hot cinnamon sunset, this was probably like the second Harney & Sons tea that I bought. And it just tastes so good. Like it's black tea, lemon, and grapefruit flavor. So it's almost like an Earl Grey, but it's not bergamot. And it's not like citrus or orange peel or lemon peel. But it's so good, and it's so good plain. And I've like had tea parties around it. I've served it to my friends. Didn't realize how highly caffeinated it was once. We had it at like 8 o'clock at night, and we were also texting at 2 like, are you guys up? I'm like, yes, what the heck? So this is my favorite tea. Okay, so then the last category of teas that I have by Harney & Sons, actually it's not, sorry. After this, I'm gonna like edit and come back with the other thing that I just realized I have. But the second to last category that I have is teas that have come in the Tea of the Month subscription. So let's go through it. So the first one is Sanglu Fool. And honestly, these 10s, they're black and they only just come with a name on it. So I'm pretty sure this is a black tea, but I know nothing else about it. It's unopened, and a lot of these are that way actually. So I don't even know. So if you guys have suggestions about the teas that are unopened, about how best to enjoy, or if you like it, please let me know. The next one is CTC Assam, which is like tiny little black tea Assam. Again, unopened, came in one of the teas of the month. This next one is Okaiti Golden Darjeeling. Pretty sure based on the fact that it's Darjeeling, it's a black tea, unopened. I'm going to get to why they're all unopened in a second. This one is Golden Genmaicha. I did do a review about this, and I'll put it somewhere up there. This was a fun tea. Very fun. And then Yen Hao Jasmine, unopened. I don't even know if this, oh, it's a scented green tea. That's helpful. It says right there on the label. I'm not going to open this. I don't like jasmine tea. So I'm going to give this away or sell it, but I'll get to it. And then the last thing that again is unopened, full little container, 4 ounces, is Chocolate Chai Supreme. And this is because this came right after like the Christmas season, like still winter, but I don't know how many times I need to say it. Like I was definitely over chai and over the heavy full body flavor. So I'm not going to open that until the fall, and it will probably be in the next Chai Day Friday series. Okay, so you might be wondering, like, why are all your teas like unopened or like barely touched? So I actually ended up canceling my Harney & Sons Tea of the Month subscription, and I don't know, I'm kind of sad about it, but ultimately what makes Harney & Sons different than Sips By is that Sips By uses a preference algorithm, and Harney & Sons just sends you things to explore. And unfortunately, Harney & Sons sends things in such large quantities. So like price, Sips By is $15, Harney & Sons is $20, but you get more tea with Harney & Sons. But I just can't keep up with these like full tins of tea. I'm not really doing like a lot of high caffeine right now, and I just cannot drink tea as often as I did. So I had to cancel it, and I'm super bummed about it, but it just makes sense. Like the collection is just getting bigger. And before this, I probably just had like the Royal Palace tins and those 4 like basic square ones. Then I started getting all these like small ones from the cute like, you know, seasonal kind of summery teas, and then all these little ones from the tea of the month started pouring in, so I was very much overwhelmed. So I just kind of had to nix that. Okay, so I'm gonna walk away and grab the last thing that I have, pretty sure, to show you guys from my Harney & Sons collection, and then we'll be done. Okay, so I'm back. The last thing that I have that I forgot, because literally when I got it, I just had to put it into storage. And I did do an unboxing about this, so I'll keep it quick. But it's the Met and Harney & Sons like partnership tea collection. So it came in that really nice box with this really nice tissue paper, and there's 3 teas in here. So, and again, they're like full size. There's 20 sachets in each one. So the first one is Taste of British History Blend. Pretty sure that's a black tea. Oh yeah, black tea, green tea, bergamot, so that's nice. Then there's the Hot Apple Spice, which is a black tea. And then lastly, there's the Garden Therapy Herbal Tea. And I bought these because like the imagery was just so cute. It came with a mug that is the Met, and also this really nice box. So that, I forgot that those are in my Harney & Sons collection because I didn't keep them with the others. So now, like, thanks for reminding me how much is going on and how I'm overwhelmed. But I'm really excited because, again, this is like a new series that I'm hoping to get through. And really try to sample a lot of these teas, particularly the ones that I haven't even opened. And so now that I'm looking at it, I'm sure this can go well into the summer, because there's quite a few Sundays between now and, you know, before fall. So we'll see. If there was a particular tea that you guys want to see up front that maybe you were thinking about buying, let me know and I'll try to work it in. Otherwise, any questions or comments, just let me know. I hope you guys are having a great Sunday, and I hope that you're able to reset if you're able to do that. And if you're working or you're busy, I hope you find balance. Okay, well, bye.